Hi everybody, how you doing? Yeah, we're back with a cursed face. I know. Today, as you see on your screen right now, we are going to be scrolling through the slapbattles Reddit. Now, this was a suggestion from my Discord server from a very scary penguin named Terry. I can't escape him. I just can't. This is the first time I've ever done this before. This was off a recommendation, so we're going to see how it goes. If it's good, it's good. If not, then we don't do it again. All right, let's see. What do we have here? Somebody saying idiot, cry, baby, go cry, 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 easy, easy. If you ever have somebody that's like saying this stuff to you, you could just leave the game and go to a different server, or you could just ignore them. They themselves are having a public meltdown, so just let them talk. Don't even worry about it. Whatever they say to you, remember, at the end of the day, it does not matter. But is this punishable? Honestly, I don't know. It might be, but let's see what people are saying. Yeah, it's really mean of them to put a semicolon in the middle of evil words like kid. All seriousness though, if they're spamming, you can actually report them and they'll get kicked pretty much instantly. That is actually true. If you have somebody that spams a message 7 times in a row, if you report them for spam, they're gone almost instantly. So if you see somebody spam 7 times, you can you can boot them. Your mom has died. Wow, great word choice. Like I'm saying, dude, it's just words. Remember, at the end of the day, you're online and they're just words. Any redacted mastery tips? Get a friend with a Zahando or aggro, make them use their ability under your ability. This is a great piece of advice right here from Ozgun. Honestly, getting somebody else to help you out is key for this one. You don't have to, but if you do have somebody else helping you out, it's gonna make your life much, much easier. If you have to go and make an agreement with somebody and say, hey, if you help me, I'll help you, try that out. I know there's also gonna be people that are like, well, you help me out first, and then after you help them, they leave. That is a possibility. But just try to find someone that's chill, someone that's cool, that you can work with. Great advice right here. I have a question about dev impersonation. The Tycoon Mastery and Alchemist gloves are going to be something to talk about in this one. If I wear the same avatar as one like Grugs, would that still be dev impersonation, even though I'm not saying I'm not a developer? No, it's not. Now, if you go and wear his avatar and then say, I'm the dev, you have to do what I say, you have to pay me Robux, that is bannable. But if you're just chilling and you're wearing the costume, there's no problem with that at all. They even have gloves that give the Grug current avatar. The Alchemist has a potion for that. But remember everybody, if there's a dev in the game, you will know that it's a true dev. If you look at the top right on the player list, there's a hammer next to their name. That's how you know if it's a true dev or not. Why does no one use this glove? It's fun and easy to travel. Oh, I think you're sleeping on it. There's some absolute menaces that use this glove. Let me tell you. One insane combo that I see people use with this is they'll slap somebody, and while the other person is ragdoll flying in air, they will use their grapple to land where they are landing and get a double hit and smack them off. You could be a very, very crazy slapper with Grapple. This user says they use it when they want to go to Slabble. It's a great reason. This user says because of its flaws, it can't save, can't do none. Spoonful is basically better. I don't know about that. Both have their goods and bads, but it 100% can save. I mean, if you're hit off the edge and ragdoll, most likely not, but if you're in a bad position, you can 100% get out of that position. People will try to target you even if you try to use it to go anywhere. How are they gonna target you? You are fast with this thing. Because it's boring? This glove is not boring. What? Yeah, this goober is definitely out and about. I see 1 to 4 people all the time. There's always people using it whenever I get into a server. Now, there's a lot of people in here that are absolutely sleeping on this. All right, let's go to the next one. The guide incident. Oh, somebody made a fan-made thing. Oh, is this supposed to be a boxer user? An air guide. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like your little creation here. Mama, I made it. Got the 1,000 bricks in one of the best hiding spots to do it. Nice job, homie. This post asks, it's kind of awkward to ask, but how do I appeal my account's ban? It almost had all of the masteries and badges. There is an appeal server that you can go and appeal your ban. I'll link it down in the description below. My totally real theory why Guide is named Guide. Okay. In quotations, hey man, so what do I do at this job? Oh, you will lead the players through the lobby and you'll be Guide. Guide? I like that name. I mean, I feel like that was in the lore already. ZQ Zito has a Psycho Mastery concept. Let's take a look at this. Unlock requirements. Kill 1,000 players. Kill 150 one-shots. Use the dash ability to save yourself from a slap 300 times. Use the dash ability to survive a fatal ability from bus. Use the dash 500 times. Kill 50 people without dying. Fully charge a push and kill 100 people with it. Complete the Hitman quest, The Lone Soul. Find a soul item randomly in the map. You got quite a menacing unlock here. So kill 1,000 players, that's fine, that's a good one. Kill 151 shots. This is where we kind of lean into iffy stuff. When you create a list like this where you specifically target a user, I think it could be bad for the game because players will be server hopping non-stop looking for a specific user, and if the user's trying to play the game normally, they're gonna have all these people coming after them on purpose and just doing nothing but hard targeting them so that they can get kills. And it will ruin their experience because they're just trying to slap other people and they've got nothing but targeters coming after them. It's kind of iffy, but this one has multiple types of gloves, so it works, but that whole kind of subject, it's hit or miss, in my opinion, that is. Use the dash ability to save yourself from a slap 300 times. That could be cool. Tracking it would be a little bit difficult because you can still be slapped while in the dash. So how they would track that would be a little bit difficult. The next one was use dash ability to survive a fatal ability bust. That could work. Use the dash 500 times. That's another one that would work. Kill 50 people without dying. You're a menace for that one, but would work. Fully charge a push and kill 100 people with it. And number 8's cool. I like the little idea of the lone soul finding a random item around the map. That's nice. Overall, really good concept. I like it. Now let's look at the master abilities. So the power increases by 5. The dash ability time increased to 3 seconds. Dash and grab abilities are given separate cooldowns. Press R to use ultra dash with a 35-second cooldown. 3-second startup launching you to the height limit, allowing you to dash anywhere for about as long as main island. Interesting take, okay. Not invincible, and being hit while it is starting up will cancel it out, and you'll be giving a 15-second cooldown. Grab and mark duration increased to 5 seconds. The ultimate ability requires 25 kills, can only be used once. Once used, a giant electricity beam will be launched throughout the map with a 4-second startup where you are invincible, stunning everyone like parry for 8 seconds, and taking away their gloves like disarm. Slap power is increased to 70 while everyone is stunned. Once everyone is no longer stunned, their gloves are given 3 seconds after recovery. And the last master ability is Ultra Instinct cannot dodge the grab ability when used. Well, my boy. Quite a list. It's quite overpowered, I'm not gonna lie to you, especially with the ultimate ability. I know you marked it for 25 kills, but that's crazy. For me personally, I think it's cool and unique, but I think it's just a little too much. Too much requirements and too much changes. Remember, when you're doing these like glove suggestions, you don't want to create an unimaginable amount of work for them, because remember, in a week they have to create a brand new glove and all of its abilities and make sure it works with every other glove in the game, and then they're also creating basically another glove with the mastery. But you have a cool idea. I see what you're going for here. It's not bad, but I think it just needs a slight bit of work. Just a little bit. All right, this next post says, who do we target first? Oh my god, we have a targeting post? A tycoon that was just placed. Person on the plate trying to get Tycoon. Person that's trying to get Brickmaster, a one-shot, Killstreak plus Guardian Angel, Z trying to get Fish. Are you a menace or what? In my eyes, there's only one team here that should be targeted, and that's the Killstreak and Guardian Angel. Everybody else is kind of just minding their business, you know what I mean? Let them do their thing! No reason to target them. You menaces. But if there's a Killstreak and Guardian Angel combo, oh yeah, yep, I'm coming after you if I can. I'll probably get pieced up quite a bit, but in the end, I'm gonna get you. Whether it be with Zahando or some other tricky way, I'm gonna get you. So my poll is gonna go for Killstreak and Guardian Angel. Hopefully, I enable my goated energy and save all of them. What a guy. This user said they'd go for Killstreak and Guardian Angel. Yeah, the double trouble here. I like that. That's a nice little picture. This guy's like, don't draw weird curvy arms again. It's not bad. It's like, I don't have much time left. Bro, people are such clowns, I swear. But yeah, what would you choose in this list here? Alright, we got a goober here. Bad ideas day 29. Swashbuckler mastery. Slap people away from your boat 300 times. Kill people with the cannons 300 times. Slap 500 people. And the upgrades are a faster boat, can go up and down. Huh, more cannons. There's a button on the ship that will make the boat go flying for 15 seconds. Now, what do you mean by that? When it is in the ground, it'll change to a different form where there's a spiky front that you can use to run over people, dealing 25 knockback. You can control the boat remotely using R. Oh, interesting. Remote controlled boat. So, you labeled this as bad ideas day 29. So far, I don't think this is a bad idea. I like your concept here for having the boat being able to go either up and down or flying. That could be cool. And a faster ship, yeah, I think if they ever did one of these, they would 100% make it so that the boat goes faster. More cannons, they could do that. They could definitely kind of take some of these ideas and implement them if they ever did something like that. Somebody said, wait a minute. It's a picture of Redacted mastery, and it has SCP. Secure, contain, protect. Holy goober, you are right. I love this gif right here. It's honestly perfect. Well, I could definitely say I didn't even pay attention to that, but good eye. Definitely good eye for that. This user's like, where's my glove? This is a very rare bug that happens, and it does happen, but it's rare. I know they're trying to fix it, so if you ever have this happen, unfortunately, this is it is what it is. You're gonna have to get into a new lobby. But I love that your t-shirt is the Tencel t-shirt, and it matches up perfectly with this. Broken. Alright, we've got a meme here. Other than the Bob and Rob gloves, which glove do you think is the hardest? Seasonal event counts as well. Like Jerry, for example. The meme is, get Rob, get Bob, not me. I guess skill-wise, I think I would say Avatar if we're taking away RNG. Oh, first one is perfect. Detonator, and it's not even a question. Yeah, Detonator's pretty difficult. I would say, on average, 80% of the Slap Battles player base will not get Detonator. Getting 15 kills and winning is not easy to do in Slap Royale. But yeah, that was 100% a great choice there. Detonator, and it's not even close. Yeah. Typical experience of getting Flamerang. Overkill users, when somebody asks for help with Flamerang, they'll get it too. Don't respond. Overkill users, when they see a tycoon with 1k slaps, he's a 100% serious threat. Posting a Slap Battles meme every day, day 365. Why do I feel like this is day 1 and not 365? Well, hold on now. He is a top 1% poster. I could definitely be wrong with that. But let's take a look at this meme. Hey guys, look, it's Jason Glove. Not what I'm called, Slasher Glove. Yeah, real. Every time I talk about it, I just consider it the Jason Glove. Good meme. Okay, I was wrong. Jared definitely was posting them because look at all the people that are like, no, end of an era. And I'm looking at the last day, of course, you know. Well, shout out to Jared. That's awesome, posting memes every single day. Well, I like this image here. Bloxy Boom says, now just imagine the Slapverse. Is that like a teleporter machine to go to like another dimension or like to another part of the universe of the Slap Battles universe? That's what I'm getting while I'm looking at this, but I gotta say, this image is cool. W fan art and W concept. This post says they should only give mastery to boring gloves like now high if the mastery is really good. I think that's what they were going for with a lot of different gloves. Like if you look back at all the masteries, we could see that a lot of people weren't using obby because of course obbies get bullied by people for like no reason, but they added a lot more parts to it and it became a huge glove that everybody uses. The cloud glove was great. I mean, it was great for travel, but people weren't using it for combat. After the mastery, you could use it for combat. 100% wormhole. This glove was not used a lot at all. Global was a huge one. Global was hardly ever used. Redacted was not used at all for combat. After its mastery, 100% used for combat. Mawai's another good one here. It was never used. It was only used for people to help out. Nobody ever used spin other than to troll. Now it actually has combat to it, but you get the point that I'm saying here. There's a lot of them in here that are exactly what you're saying. I think you're right. They should give those gloves more life, but I like the balance that they do where they give sometimes here and there good gloves of mastery because you can't just do all the boring ones. People have gloves they love, like the Rob glove. That's a lot of people's favorite glove. Giving it a mastery makes them even happier. So I think they have found a good balance of doing older gloves and some of the newer ones that people love. That's my take on it, at least. Ooh, I like this one. What gloves don't deserve their slap cost? That could be a good conversation. First one from Oz here says Squid, Flash, Thick, Speedrun, and Extended. For those, I don't think that they're priced bad. I would say the only one that should be raised would be Extended, but then again, you want to give people a fighting chance against harder gloves, and Extended can do that for a lot, especially passive gloves. So I like Extended where it's at, but I would agree that it could have the potential to rise. Another person saying Squid. I see so many people. My eye is open. Thank you. I see so many people that get bullied by Squid. Equip Extended. Equip something that's going to keep passive gloves away from you. Somebody said Flick. Do they mean lower for it? I could see it being lower. Totally for Baby, Thick, and Squid. Definitely needs justice for Infinity. Infinity, yeah, I could see Infinity being lower. But Squid, Thick, that's another person saying both Squid and Thick. Do people want those raised? I feel like they're pretty well priced. Baby also is kind of interesting. It is kind of a lower tiered one, but remember, you don't want every single overpowered glove to be at the very end. You do want to give new users a shot at defending themselves, so you have to put a good glove here and there, you know what I mean? You can't just give them the bare minimum. If you give them no good gloves to defend themselves with, you're gonna have newer players leaving and then the game dies. So you can't do that, you know what I mean? Goober said the flex. Get out of here. Cyborg says 64 should be 64k. I like the thought process. Whirlwinds. Okay. Thanos? No, Thanos is priced well. Grab? Yeah, I could see the argument for lowering the slap cost on that. Excavator? Hate that glove? What's wrong with Excavator? It doesn't even have that much knockback. Granted, it does have an instant activation to where you can dodge a lot of abilities, but I think Excavator's priced pretty well. Table Flip and quite frankly, Gravity. Are you saying Gravity should be lowered and Table Flip upped? A lot of these people aren't saying whether they should be lowered or raised. Tell them either you want it raised or lowered. But like Kenny says here, Table Flip already already did get a price increase, and I think where it's at is pretty good now. This was a good discussion point. Oh, we have somebody, we have somebody that has picked up the torch from Jared, and they're continuing the meme posts. We can see this one here, me trying to not get angry at my friend who's new to the game after he killed me at Tycoon God phase. This is fine. This is fine. Yeah, some of the new players don't understand what they're doing, so they'll hit you while you're sleeping, or hit you off when you're at 900 bricks, stuff like that. You love your friend, but it's like, no! This user says, am I the only person that mains phase mastery in slap battles? I would say that you are kind of in a minority of people, yeah. Not a lot of people go to use phase, but it is a good mastery. Having the ability to toggle when you're gonna slap, it's good. I've seen a lot of people that sleep on it, but for combat and getting slaps, this glove is great. But yeah, a lot of people do focus on other masteries. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are on the last post for today. We've got a mastery idea, the Baller mastery from Arcanum here. The description changes to Baller is still massive, like the low taper fade meme. The abilities are Baller takes less knockback unless slapped by you. Okay, I like that. Extremely small throwing rate increase. Okay, so just a little bit, not too much to where it's like insane. All right, I like it. The ball travels faster, a lot more harder to avoid. That's good. You can no longer get hit by your own baller. That's a great one. Yeah, if they ever do a baller mastery, 100% add that. And we have synergy. The more ballers on the map at once, the stronger they become at a max of 3. I like that. Hive minding it up. Okay. Baller is ballin'. MLG glasses like my mastery. Bro, what is with people wanting glasses for these gloves? The requirements are own the friendly fire badge, also a concept, knock a hostile baller off the island using your own baller. That would be a little bit difficult because I don't know if ballers can hit other ballers. So they would have to rework baller, so I don't know if they would go for something like that. I like the concept of your idea there, though. The next requirement is post about spawn baller 5 times. No, you can't do posts because it excludes console players, so you can't do chat. Also, you're going to get people banned for spamming. And the last one is knock 1,000 players off the island with baller. That's a good one. Conclusion, the children yearn for the baller mastery utensil, please. I think you need to change up your requirements a bit, but I like the concept of your abilities. You killed it with your abilities. Just work on your requirements. That's my personal take, though. But ladies and gentlemen, that is today's episode of scrolling through the Reddit of slap battles. Thank you for the idea, Terry. Now go back to Blocktails. Quit haunting me. I never thought to really just scroll the Reddit, but that was nice. There's a lot of cool people in there as well. If you like this video and want to see another one, let me know in the comments section. I'll definitely do another one. But other than that, I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day or night whenever you do end up watching this, and I'll see you in the next one. Later!